Hey guys, it's Sammy here with Blue Feather Homestead. Welcome back to my channel. We laid my nephew to rest yesterday and it was a beautiful service. So first I just want to say thank you to all of you amazing people. I mean, I have an amazing tribe. I just want to say thank you for your prayers, your kind words. It is all so much appreciated and the family appreciates you too. So thank you for that. I'm going to make some Korean pickles today. I got this off of Fox Holler Homestead, and that's what she called them, was Korean pickles, and they are refrigerator pickles. I picked up these beautiful cucumbers. Aren't they beautiful? I'm going to go ahead and get those cut up and I will show you how to do it. It's got some unique ingredients, okay? It doesn't call for like apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. It calls for rice vinegar. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and scrape these with a fork just like this all the way around. Now I do this to make it look pretty, and I am going to take these to our Easter gathering, family gathering, and I want them to look pretty. But one of my friends, a subscriber, had commented that that releases the bitterness of the pickle, of the cucumber, excuse me. I had no idea, so I learned something new every day, but I just thought it was to make it look pretty. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is just go ahead and scrape these down. And you just need to go around one time. I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off of mine, and you don't have to do that. I'm going to, because I'm going to feed this to my chickens or my rabbits, and they will absolutely love that. Now, of course, you can slice this if you want to by hand, but I am just going to use my generic mandolin slicer that I have here. I think that's what it's called. This cost about $7, and I've had it for years, so it might, I guess actually it might be a little bit more than $7 now, because I have had it for a while. But this thing is just so handy, and it is so sharp. So, man, be so careful. It does have a attachment thing that you can put on here to protect your fingers. You really should use something, but I'm just going to be very careful. I'm using this thick slicer on here. You can use thin or thick, and I use the thick, and it's about like that. Now she used all kinds of peppers, jalapenos, garlic, all kinds of stuff. So you can use whatever vegetable you want for this recipe. I'm using cucumbers, and I think I'll probably put some purple onion or something in there, some thin slices of onion, maybe some garlic, and I might do some bell peppers. What else do I have? I did get some sweet peppers also from the store the other day, so I think I might use those, but I'll go ahead and continue to get these sliced up. So I know we're all getting the itch, and I mean, I just cannot wait to do this with my fresh veggies from the garden. Make it twice as good. I wanted to show you. Do you see how pretty that is when you scrape the sides of them? You can see. Isn't that pretty? Those will look so pretty in the jar. I went ahead and cut up my onion. I sliced it with thick slices also. I cut these up and kind of rough chopped them. I'm like about like that size. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these on top of my cucumbers, and I'll mix them up and then stuff them in my jars, okay? So anything I'm cutting up, I'm just going to put them all into this strainer, and then I'll just kind of mix them up, and then we'll put them in the jars. All right, so this is done. Now I'm going to put some peppers in. These are sweet peppers, and there's some orange ones, there's some red ones, and there's some kind of golden looking ones. Well, they're pretty orange, but it is kind of tri-colored, and I'm going to go ahead and slice these up and then toss them on top too and get them mixed in. I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to use. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. I think I forgot to mention that those are pickling cucumbers. Of course, they're not from my garden yet, but I did get them from the store. They are pickling cucumbers, and they're thick sliced, and then just some purple onion or red onion. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, the colors are so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my hands in here and just mix them up a little bit like this. Just get those mixed up. Now I do also have a video that I made, and it's sweet and tangy refrigerator pickles, and I will put that in the description. You know, they're just basic kind of sweet and tangy, like I said, and it's like also known as cucumber salad in a jar, which is a fabulous recipe. So I will put that in the description, like I said, below. Always look at the description, guys. There's always good information in there. So there's that. I got that mixed up. That is so pretty. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started now on the brine. Let's go ahead and make the brine. I'm going to go ahead and double this recipe, and it calls for 1.5 cup rice vinegar. So we're going to put 3. Not quite 1 in that bottle. I picked up 2 these rice vinegars. One is natural, mild, and mellow, and then the other one says seasoned, mild, and sweet. So I just figured we'll use both of them. There's 1. I'm not sure what happened there, guys, but I guess I didn't hit record. I added some soy sauce to this. It takes a cup of soy sauce, so I added 2. This is liquid aminos. That's what we use around here. It's just kind of a soy sauce alternative. You can use whatever kind of soy sauce you have. This is just less sodium, so I put 2 cups of that in there. And you're not going to believe this, but you put Sprite in there, okay? It calls for 1/2 cup of Sprite. I put 1 cup of Sprite in there. I will put the recipe down in the description below. And then it called for 1/4 cup of sugar, so I've got a 1/2 cup of sugar in here. And then it calls for lemon juice and lime juice. 3 tablespoons of lime and 2 tablespoons of lemon. Okay, so, you know, the good thing about this, she says that you don't have to heat it up. You don't have to heat this brine up and then let it cool down or anything. You just mix it all together, stir it, get that sugar dissolved, and pour it in your jars. So, you know, that saves you time. And I mean, it smells so good, you guys. It really does. When I saw Fox Holler Homestead post this, oh my goodness, I thought I have to make that. I'm always looking for new, you know, pickling recipes and things. So this is just going to be so good. It smells so good already. So we'll go ahead and get our jars stuffed. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but you can use any kind of vegetable that you want. You can put bell peppers in here, you know, just use your imagination. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and water bath some of these, and I guess that you can hot water. I don't think that rice vinegar is as strong as, you know, the kind of vinegar that we usually use to can, so I guess the lemon juice and the lime juice maybe, you know, make it acidic enough to can. So I'm going to water bath them for 10 minutes. I'm just going to put them in these pints so that they'll be shelf stable. You don't have to do this. You can just put them in your fridge. This will be at your own risk, and I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So let's get this beautiful brine over these vegetables. I've told you guys this before, but I love, love, love when this happens. There were a perfect amount of all the vegetables that I had for every jar that I pulled out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pints, and this was just like an old Tostito dip something or other jar that I had, and then that'll go in my fridge. And then this here is a quart. So I have, you know, the 4 pints, this dip jar, and a quart, and it all fit perfectly. I am telling you, no less and no more, honey. It was perfect. I love that. So we'll see how the brine does here. If I have to make more, no big deal, man. It was like so easy to whip up. So there's 1. My ladle is kind of big here. Kind of wonky. So this is not a canning video, but I will show you the basics of what I did and what I'm going to do. I filled up the jar with vegetables, my pint-sized jar of vegetables, and the brine, 1/2 inch of headspace, and then I poke the sides here down, get the air bubbles out, and then I wipe the rims with vinegar. I keep my vinegar in this little squirty bottle, just put it on a paper towel and wipe the rims down, put my lid on, and then my ring, and you just do it finger tight. Not tight at all, finger tight, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my pot. This isn't my water canner, but I'm gonna use this because I only have, you know, a few pints. And I'm gonna show you this. I got this at the thrift store for 50 cents, and this is a cooker, a pressure cooker, but it came with a rack inside. So I'm gonna use this rack to put into my pan here. So it's gonna be in there. So my rack is inside of here, and I'm just going to place these in. I have my rack in the bottom, and then my jars in here, and I have about 2 inches of water covering the jars. I put you can see my vinegar bottle here. I just put a dab in there of vinegar, and actually I put probably about a teaspoon or a tablespoon in there just a minute ago. But so we've done that, and that's going to prevent your jars from getting cloudy. We're going to cover this hot. We're going to bring that to a boil and boil it for 10 minutes, and that's 10 minutes for pints. I'm going to let that boil for 10 minutes on the stove there, and after the 10 minutes is over, I'll pull the lid off and let it set for about 5 minutes, and I'll pull those jars out, set them on a towel, and just wait for those lids to ping. Okay, so that's how you do the canning part, the water bath canning. This is the jar that I'm going to put, one of the jars that I'm going to put into the refrigerator. Is that not beautiful or what? The color is beautiful, and I guess it's that soy sauce. I took a little taste test, and the flavor is fantastic. Those are going to be so good. You should let them sit in your fridge for approximately 2 weeks. I'm hoping that they're going to be ready before that, because I am taking them to my Easter gathering. I think that they'll be just fine. But those are going to be really good. Just a little side note here. I went ahead and pulled these out of the canner, and I was reading on the acidic level of rice vinegar is 4%, and then lime juice and lemon juice are 2%. So that would be 6% acidity, and you must have 5% acidity to water bath safely, is what they say. So anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more research, and after these seal, I'm going to go ahead and keep them in my refrigerator until I find out that it is definitely safe to put on my counter. Thank you, Fox Holler Homestead, for sharing this recipe. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys give this a try, and thanks for watching. God bless. Did I say Fox Holler Homestead? Fox Holler Homestead, guys. Fox Holler Homestead. Good grief. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.